Hey guys, I'm Tom the Tech Chap and I'm here at McLaren's awesome Space Age Technology Center with OnePlus because McLaren and OnePlus have teamed up for this, the new OnePlus 6T McLaren Edition. So first things first, let's get this unboxed. Alright, so let's see what we get in this very fancy box. And I think the phone is actually in this book thing, but we'll look at that in just a second. So we've got this carbon fiber case, which also says McLaren on the back, so everyone knows you have a fancy phone. And yeah, also these guys are seem to be filming me and taking photos, because I'm obviously super important. Yeah, anyway, back to the box. Now this is cool. With every 6T McLaren edition, you get this little salute to speed OnePlus statue ornamenty thing that gives you a few details about the phone and is just a nice thing to put on a shelf. We also have the power plug, which comes with the signature papaya orange from McLaren, which is all over the new 6T. There's also an orange USB-C cable and even an orange headphone adapter because, of course, there's no headphone jack on the 6T. So that's all very nice, but let's get to the actual phone, which seems to be, as I say, in this book, which tells the story of McLaren and gives you an idea of why this partnership between OnePlus and McLaren has come together. Towards the back, we have the specs. We'll talk more about this in detail later on, but you can see there 10 gigs of RAM. And finally, we have the phone, complete with the in-screen fingerprint reader, that dual lens camera setup on the back, and that very cool papaya orange line around the edge there. And this is it, the OnePlus 6T McLaren Edition. How do I know? Because it says McLaren right there. So this is still very much a 6T, but there are three headline new features. First of all, obviously they have partnered with McLaren, so we get this unique design with this papaya orange paint strip around the bottom and the edges, the McLaren logo, and some fancy wallpapers. But the third thing, and probably the most important new feature actually, is faster charging. We now get something called Warp Charge, which uses a new 30-watt power supply brick thing up from the previous 20-watt charger, and therefore, as you'd expect, we're going to get faster charging. Previously, OnePlus said you get a full day use out of a half-an-hour charge. Now it's 20 minutes. Specs-wise, obviously we have the 10 gigs of RAM, but we also have two 56 gigs of storage, and of course the Snapdragon 845, which makes you think, given how Qualcomm's just announced the 855, and also OnePlus said that the OnePlus 7 will be the first phone to come with the 855. Obviously this is supposed to be a fast phone, but it's going to be sort of made redundant in a few months. But for now at least, I guess this is one of the world's fastest phones. As you would probably expect, using it, can't really tell any difference. I mean, there's a new wallpaper, but the difference between 8 and 10 gigs of RAM is marketing, maybe. Presumably, we may be able to have more apps running in the background, or you can go to your recently used apps and more of them in the past will still be running without you having to reload them. That's the only real benefit I can think of, that extra RAM. Aside from being able to tell your mates that your phone has 10 gigs of RAM, at which point they'll say, what? So a limited edition design, 10 gigs of RAM, and faster charging. That's pretty much what you're getting with the 6T McLaren Edition. And it is going to cost you more, as you'd expect, given they've partnered with McLaren, but actually not that much more. This will retail at £649 or $699 when it goes on sale on December the 13th, which is only about £70 or so more than the previous top-end version of the 6T with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 storage. So you're not actually paying that much of a premium for a McLaren themed phone. If you think about Huawei, who partnered with Porsche Design, the Porsche Design Mate 20 Pro is like £2,000. So given this is like a £70–80 premium or something like that, that's actually pretty good. Is this fundamentally different from the 6T? No, not really. I mean, it looks nice and it's cool that it says McLaren, I guess, but then again, it's not that much more expensive, as I say, than the previous top-end 6T, and it is still a fantastic phone and one of the best phones of 2018 with almost stock Android with the Oxygen OS, so it feels really, really fast. Flagship specs, this beautiful edge-to-edge screen with that tiny little dew drop, water drop notch thing. It's still a stunning phone, so whether you want to go for the base 6T, which actually just starts at $499, or this fancy signature McLaren edition for $649, well, I mean, both are great options, but this is pretty cool. But what do you reckon? Do you like the McLaren partnership? Do you think it's a good idea? Or is it all just marketing BS? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also whether you think 10 gigs of RAM is overkill. I mean, it's got more than most laptops, or it's future-proofing it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like and subscribe button below. I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat.